guys, this is Carrie from Tone Wars. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're really excited to hang out with you and to have you be part of our community. If you like what you see here, here's a couple ways you can support the channel. We always appreciate super chats very much, but here's a couple other ways you can support the channel and get something in return other than just content. If the super chat feature doesn't work for you, or if you're watching after the live stream, Jarrod's PayPal account link is listed below. Any donation of any amount is greatly appreciated. Since the show is sponsored in part by Motor City Guitar, we've included an affiliate link below. By clicking the link below, everybody wins. You're getting a great deal on some awesome equipment, you're supporting a store that has tons of inventory and great customer service, and you're supporting Tone Wars. And on top of all of that, if you live outside of the state of Michigan, whenever you buy anything from Motor City Guitar, you don't pay any sales tax. And last but certainly not least, you can visit our website at tonewars.com. The link is below. There you will find some awesome Kemper profile packs with the tone and feel guitar players love. You will also find presets for the very popular HELIX, HX Effects, HX Stomp, and Pod Go. Alright, the show's about to begin. We look forward to hanging out with you, so grab your favorite drink and join us in the live chat.
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Hey!
Last minute adjustments.
Welcome to Tone Wars Sunday Night Pajamin Edition. I'm Carrie, this is Jarrod.
What's up, guys?
We're wearing our comfy clothes tonight.
Yeah, we're not dressed up tonight.
Nope, we hope that you are too.
Yeah.
Have a comfy clothes episode.
Well, it's Sunday night, just hang out and just, everybody's chilling out after a long, busy week. I know I had a crazy...
Jarrod had so much fun this week. It was the best week ever for Jarrod.
Yeah, got my car stuck in my driveway, and I got my work truck stuck in my driveway and my road. So, yeah, it's been fun. I had to wash trucks in a horrible blizzard. It's been a fun week. Really fun.
Ah.
Yeah, well, puts hair on your chest.
No, it didn't.
It didn't.
You're not a hairy dude.
Yeah, well, I'm trying.
He's trying.
I'm trying.
That's why you work so hard.
Yeah, trying to go out there and grow some hair.
That's hilarious. Well, let's say hi to some peeps.
Yes, let's.
Sean Casey, he was here at 6:51.
Whoa, what's up, Sean?
Hey, Sean. We got Marty 5, who is fashionably early this
Marty
time.
5, what's happening, man? Good to see you.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Matt Force.
What's up, Matt?
He says, no way, I'm usually late to the party, but not tonight. What's
Not
up?
tonight.
Yeah.
Well, he saw we're performing, so he's waiting for my epic fail on the guitar solo again.
You're not going to fail. You're not going to fail. Don't set yourself up.
We will see. We will see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were setting up today. I'm like, let's practice the song. And he's like, okay, well, practice the song. And so we go through it a couple of times. And he's like, yeah, I think we're about ready to perform that one. Or at least you are. I got to work on the solo. And I'm like, well, we're doing this one tonight because we talked about it last week.
I'm like, oh, we are? I'm like, well, I guess...
Guess I'm going to practice
I guess
more.
I'm going to practice the solo like 37 times.
Right.
So, I don't know. We'll see what happens tonight. This solo is the bane of my existence. It really is. There's a couple parts in this solo that every time I get up to it, you know how... All right, you guys can relate to this. We used to jump ramps when we were kids on our big BMX bikes. And if you had an inkling of doubt, because we used to jump over things, And we were out in the woods one time, and somebody threw an old dryer out there. A dryer, clothes dryer. And we were like, let's jump over that, So we put it behind our little dirt ramp, and we want to see if we can jump over it. And if you had
You know what? I can hear the fan. You guys can probably hear the fan, too.
Yeah, I'll just turn it off for a minute. So if you had one inkling of doubt in your mind, whether or not you were going to make it over that, then you wouldn't you would wreck. And that's how this solo is. Every time I get up to it, I'm like, little pieces of doubt are like, remember, don't screw up that part. You always screw up that part. And then there I go, screwing it up. So,
nah.
We'll see.
You're not going to screw it up. Think positive. So CG, he's here. Hey, CG.
What's up, man?
I thought it was 78 degrees and sunny in Michigan. Nope. No, it was like
yet.
30 today, I think. So it kind of, to us, it was like 78.
Yeah, it was 10 last night.
As I was driving around, I think I counted like 12 people out walking their dogs and just exercising. And I mean, it's still snow covered, and it was like 30-ish today, but
it's all a matter of perspective, right?
Yeah, the sun was out and all of that.
It's funny how, like, here, if you go through a stretch, usually it's February too. It's the stretch of like 2 weeks of like Arctic, like horrid cold.
Horridness.
And then you get the one day where it's like 30 and everyone's like, oh my God, this is great. I can wear my shorts, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
nuts.
God. Let's see, Marty 5 says, sounds like a whiteout. I want to stay in bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to stay in bed things then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Matt Nolan. Hey, strangers.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Jim Perez. He says, hi there from Ireland. Hey. Hi from Ireland. Hi from Michigan to Ireland.
Yes.
Let's see. Matt Nolan. Again, he said, missed you guys, and we missed seeing your name, too.
Yes.
Steve Evenchek is driving along.
What's up, man?
Matt also said the room is epic, serious business now. Has it been that long?
It's probably been a couple weeks since I've seen Matt here. So, yeah, it's getting there.
Let's
see. It's definitely getting there.
Matt Force, didn't you see the sticky note on the fridge doing this song tonight? So make sure you have the solo down right next time. I'm going to have to put the right, because you always are at the fridge.
Yeah,
so.
I'm definitely open the fridge a lot. So, put it on my protein powder or something.
The fridge in your new Ninja air fryer, the big industrial.
Big one. Yeah, put one on there. I'll cook it. Yeah, we had keto pizza today.
Yes. I made a heart-shaped pizza, and it matches my heart-shaped pizza socks. I don't know if you guys can see them, because it's pajama comfy clothes night. I just wore comfy socks instead of awesome shoes.
Yeah.
Let's see, Marty 5. Yeah, vocals too. I'm going to sing tonight. And I think we're going to, I'll make another announcement before we do the song, but there's no bass on the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on having a bass player learn the parts, but I just told him I didn't care and I wanted to do it anyway. So if you hate it, it's my fault, not his.
Yeah, and if I screw up on the solo, it's her fault, not mine.
It's my fault for not putting the sticky note on the fridge.
Exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's the thing is like we use this as a backing track when we played out live in the venues around here back when people used to do that. Remember those days? And there's no bass track because we had a bass player and played with us, so he played the bass. So all was on there is drums and some backing vocals and some electric guitar underneath the solo. You know, but that's it though, you know. And then
what do you call that?
A backing track.
I know it's backing track, but when you just play under yourself.
Oh, it's just.
What is that line called?
I don't know.
Oh, I've stumped you.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
What's that called? I don't know. It's just a support
rhythm
track?
line. You just
do
the
rhythm track. Yeah, it's just a rhythm track
underneath
underneath the solo. Yeah. So that's what's there. And on our side, so what we did is we split the signal. The house, which is you guys, you get the sound. It's two mono mixes, you know. So your side doesn't get the click. Our side does. So we hear a click on all the parts where the song's coming in or there's breaks, and the click will bring us back in. But on your side, you won't hear the click. So I say this because, you know, we're going to come, hopefully, if I play things right, I'll come right in on the downbeat. And you'll be like, how does he know?
Yeah, because there's something in our ears going,
yeah, exactly. I'm a superhero. That's how I know. I'm Guitar Man.
Carmen 54.
What's up, man?
Jim Sieben.
Hey, Jim. Haven't seen you in a spell.
Half Hashed says snow is a 4-letter word, but we're used to it up here in the Northeast. Yeah.
That's right, man. What's up, buddy?
Yep. Scott Fulmer, hi from Illinois.
Hey.
Hello from Michigan.
What's going on, man? Did you guys get dumped on, too, with the Arctic horrendous
Beginning of
thing?
last week.
God,
Yeah.
man, we just got nailed.
It's beautiful. Kids were home and just chilling.
Yep, I had to find a guy last minute to shovel or plow my driveway so I can get my van back in without getting stuck again.
Let's see. Paul Smith, how are you? Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Jay's here from Warm Cord.
What's up, Jay?
How are y'all?
How you doing, man?
CG says, my cats can hear me open the fridge from downstairs and magically appear when I open the doors.
Yeah, they magically appear when I open my pantry because that's where their food is. So every
Snacky treats.
time, they hear the door open, they jump up on the island. They're like, "Hey, what'd you get us?" Like, I'm making myself something, man.
They are so spoiled.
I already fed you guys, but yeah, I always give in and give them something because they're spoiled.
He does.
They're brats.
He's got them on this, like, set schedule. They know, like, he wakes up and they're like, he's awake and he's going downstairs and we're going to get our snackies. And he gives them wet food in the morning.
Every morning I get up, I give them wet food and snacks and everything, and they're just like, oh, they're just like in heaven. And then they eat, and then they roll around on the carpet like idiots for like 20 minutes, and then they sleep the rest of the day. Yeah, and the little guy runs and tears up the house for about an hour, and then he goes to bed. So.
All right, Half Hashed, I said hi to you. Okay, there's somebody here named Okay. Hey guys, can I get a congrats to CG for finishing school and passing his Class A road test? Woohoo! For my new truck driving husband. Congratulations, CG.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's awesome, man.
Right, I know.
Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. They're looking for some truck drivers to take water to Texas.
Yeah.
Here and there. There's a lot of there's a place up here. I think it's actually not just in Michigan. I think it's in other states too, but it's called DRAW, like disaster relief.
Oh,
something or another, and they're looking for people to drive water to Texas. So.
Well, congrats, dude.
Yeah.
It's very lucrative. It's an awesome career. I knew a couple of truck drivers, and you see the whole country. Depending if you're an OTR guy, you see the whole country. If you're local, well, that's fine too. Then you're home more. But you know, it's a very good job. And the thing is, truck driving is a very stable. You know, I mean, we need truck drivers, right? I mean,
obviously, guys worked through the pandemic.
Yep,
and
we need
stuff.
We need
and
stuff.
You brought it.
Yep, you guys are more than essential workers. I mean, you guys are like lifesavers a lot of times. And truck drivers are cool too because like they have to take these training courses on how to help people too. Like if you're stranded and stuff, they know how to do all that. I mean, they're just, there's so many benefits to having awesome truck drivers out there. So congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Let's see. Costa Look, he says, hey guys, which is the best power amp in rack version for Axe FX or Kemper?
Ooh, okay. That's a great question. Thank you for that. And that's one of the things that we're doing tonight. We're just hanging out, answering questions.
Yeah. Before you answer this question, form your thoughts and stuff. But yeah, we want you guys to ask us whatever kind of random questions about gear. We have a couple things that we were going to play and stuff, and we will do that. But we kind of just wanted to make tonight a live hang, and you guys ask us what. It doesn't have to be about any one thing specific, just about gear, music, stuff like that. And he will answer. Feel free to ask me something, too. That's cool. Yeah. We'll do the best we can to give you an answer.
Yeah, exactly. So, I would suggest, now I have the Synergy Syn 5050. It's a rack mount unit. It's pretty lightweight, and it fits in one what do you call it? One section, whatever it's called. I can't think tonight, but okay. So 1U, I think is what it's called. So you can get that, or from what I've been hearing, the Fortin Power Station is supposed to be better. It's supposed to be a better unit. So I would probably pursue that. If you have a chance to shoot them out, do it. I'm hoping Motor City Guitar gets the power station in soon so I can check it out and shoot them out and then tell you guys which one I think is the best out of the two. Because there's been a lot of talk about the Synergy stuff. And a lot of people like John Brown and some of the other guys that are way bigger than this channel have said that a better power amp is recommended to make those modules sound better. So, long story short, I would suggest the Fortin, the power station, and see if that will work for you. It's just came out not too long ago, and I heard it's amazing. So that would be good.
There you go. That was for Coastal Look.
Yeah.
Luke Wilson, what's up? What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Chicago Todd, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
He says, digging the bow in my hair. Thanks.
What's up, Todd? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
I wore it specially for pajama night.
Yep. Yep, that's part of her ensemble.
Yeah. Jarrod always makes fun of me when I wear it. He's like, what are you doing?
Do you have a toothache?
It doesn't go all the way under.
I know. Just remember those cartoons with the toothache?
Yes.
The big swollen cheek.
Giant turd. CG, thanks guys. Much appreciated not going on the road. Can't leave my guitars and gear behind for too long. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Jay
I hear that.
said Fryette Power Station is a good option.
Yeah. Did I say Fortin?
I don't know.
I think I said Fortin. I'm
I
sorry.
won't listen to what you said.
It's the Fryette Power Station. Yeah. I might have said Fortin. I'm sorry. I always get them two guys mixed up. Fryette and Fortin. CS
was helping you out. Rack space.
Rack space. Thank you. One rack space. I'm not thinking properly tonight, apparently.
Vince Vegas. Yo.
Hey,
First
Vince.
one, he said yol, and I thought he was like, you only live once. That's what I thought you were going for. I had you, even though you meant yo. Scott Fulmer. Jarrod, what are your favorite effects pedals? Do you have a certain order you place them in?
Ooh, great question. All right, so for chorus, I really love the TC Electronic Dreamscape pedal, that John Petrucci's. In fact, I'll show you what that sounds like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, you will.
So, that thing sounds amazing, and the thing I like about it is the chorus on it isn't so washy and like it doesn't have this huge sheen on it. It just gives you like this really nice width and dimension, and like I don't know, it just does something cool to the sound. But you maintain your tone, like you still maintain your guitar tone, and it doesn't give it like that. I always call it the Crocus chorus from like the 80s. You guys know it's Screaming in the Night, that horrible guitar sound. It's like, oh God, well, you really like your chorus pedal, don't you? You know? So with this, you don't have that issue. And it doubles as a flanger too. So, you know, you can do the flangey thing with it. Yeah, so it does that too, you know. So, but as far as like an all-in-one effects unit, I mean, I've used the HELIX for years, you know, with my stuff. And the thing that's great about the HELIX is, you know, it allows you to incorporate your favorite pedals. As far as pedal order goes, I mean, I could take a look down here. It's been a while since I've set this up, so I don't want to misinform you. So,
CS says, hey, I like the Crocus song.
Oh, it's a great song. It's just that guitar sound is a little like, you know, it was pretty dated, you know. So, I think the chorus is a little like, wow, yeah, someone just got a new toy, you know. So, I mean, typically, like I do on this, I have the gate, and then I have like the overdrive, and then I have a gate after the overdrive. Okay, that's the best place to put that. It shuts down all the noise.
Like
Well, when you're in a room with a cab 3 feet away and it's like 90 decibels down here, you need some gates. So again, you have your overdrive, your gate, then your amp block in your in your HELIX, and then after that, you can do all your timed, type things. Like always put delays before reverb because you want the repeats to fall into the sea of reverb as opposed to reverb before delay. It just gets messy. So always put delay before reverb.
Say that again for those in the back.
Always put delay before reverb and put it in the effects loop, not in front of the amp. And reverb always goes in the effects loop as well. And then, you can do, if you're going to do any EQing, always put that in the loop as well. It's the best place to put an EQ. I don't have one on here because I just don't see the need for it for my setup. But you could put chorus before or after the amp. Just depends on your taste. Same thing with flangers and phasers. You get different sounds out of them if you do it that way. It just depends on what your taste is. If you're going to do the EVH thing with a phaser, then you want to put it in front of the amp. If you want it to be really thick sounding and have a lot of say over your sound, then you want to put the phaser after the amp. So flanger before the amp gives you the sound that I just showed you, that really deep, throaty kind of sound. After it gives you that flying high again, Ozzy Osbourne, kind of thing where he used it. Randy Rhoads used it on that song, and you can hear that wash as opposed to that throaty kind of swirl. So I hope that helps you.
Daniel Henry said hi, and he loves your taste in amps.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a growing collection.
Yeah.
I think these things breed while I'm sleeping, and I get up and the next day I'm like, oh, I don't remember buying that.
I think I can say that about my shoes.
Yeah, I should play some, what's that guy? That... I've been thinking about... I should play that every night before I go to
Marvin
bed.
Gaye.
Yeah, I should play some Marvin Gaye down here and, put a little lava lamp down here or something. Go to bed, I get up the next morning, I got some hybrid amp here. I'm like, thanks, guys. Saved me about $2,000. Appreciate it.
Jay, I see your super chat. He sent you an Arnold request.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we got another couple questions before we get there. I just didn't want him to think I didn't see it, but thank you. Let's see, Costa, what do you think about VHT Power Amp 292 for FX or Kemper?
I haven't played that, so I appreciate your question, but I don't have any experience with that power amp at all. So I really, if I said anything about it, it would just be conjecture, and I don't do that. You know what I mean? I never want to misinform anybody. So all I can do is tell you what I have played through. I played through the Mesa power amp, and that thing sounded huge. Mesa is known for having that big earthquakey kind of sound in their power sections. They're just huge. So you could do that. But the problem with the Mesa, though, is it takes up 3 rack spaces, and it's heavy. That thing is a brick. Where, the other units, like the 1 rack unit spaces, ones are a lot lighter. And if you get one that's built well, I mean, it'll work just fine for you,
Jan Perez asks, would you know why Fender has upped their prices on the EVH Stealth? They seem to be sold out everywhere in Europe, and the biggest stores are expecting to have them back by March or April.
That's probably why. That's a great question. That's probably why. It could be 2 things. It could be a matter of supply and demand.
Well, he just passed away recently, too, right?
Yes. But I think some of it could be a supply and demand kind of thing. It's kind of like me, like I own a pressure washing business, and in the summertime, like I try to take care of everybody. But when I got jobs stacked a mile high and I'm booked out 4 weeks, the only way to control getting overflowed with work and basically upsetting people because you just can't get to them all is you raise your prices to a point where it's like, it kind of slows things down a bit. Number one, and number two, when you are out there killing your body every day, working your butt off, working sun up to sundown, it's worth it now because you're like, okay, well, this is gonna hurt, but it'll be worth it, So it's kind of like a supply and demand thing. I think could be because of the bug, you know, that slowed all the manufacturing down, and it made
maybe parts are hard to get hold of.
Yeah, parts are harder to get a hold of. Shipping costs might have gone up. I know gas has gone up a little bit. So there's all these factors, and maybe it's all of them just added up to that. I mean, who knows? Or, like I said, it could just be like, wow, these are selling like hotcakes. Let's make some more money off of them. And you know what? The thing is that's nice about that, though, and I'm not trying to, like spin it or anything, but I just think that this is kind of cool, is like that company's been around a long time. They know what they're doing, and they're probably going to take that money and put it into whatever the next revision of that amp is going to be, because that next amplifier is going to be a huge seller because James Brown's back, the dude that made the original one, and who knows like what kind of legacy type stuff that's going to be in that. So I think it's going to be cool. They're probably just reinvesting too.
Sorry, so we're up to Jay's super chat. He wants Arnold brags about his new pedals, the John Connor Overdrive, and the Hasta La Vista Gate.
The Hasta La Vista Gate. Hey everyone, this is Arnold here. I have 2 pedals for you, one for each bicep, yes. And what they do is they stick on your biceps, and all you have to do is flex to turn each one on. You want the John Connor Overdrive, you just flex and it turns on. You flex again and it turns off. And if you want the Hasta La Vista Gate, you just flex like this and you get pumped, and then you turn the gate on and it sounds amazing. You know why? Because there's no sound coming out of it. Yes, it covers up all your mistakes as well. It's very good. And the John Connor, you remember the motorcycle when I was chasing him in the truck? Yes. Well, I'll tell you, the drive pedal in there sounds just like his little mini bike. It's got a very nice ying sound to it. To your amplifier, it sounds amazing. So just remember, flex for on, flex off. That's how you do it. It's just like the clapper.
The clap.
Clap on, clap off. Now with mine, it's flex on, flex off. There you go.
Oh, you missed your calling.
Arnold's going to show up to my house one day.
I know, and be
beat me up.
like, dude. Oh, I think you do better at him than he does.
You make fun of me. Come out in your yard. I'll kill you in your yard.
We have a few super chats to thank people for. You guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, send a super chat.
Oh, thanks, man.
Girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
It's CG's better have.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Thank you very much. I'm just so used to just being a dude fest here. So I'm sorry.
Scott Fulmer, thank you so much. He
Thank
says,
you,
huge
Scott.
help. Thank you very much, Jarrod, for your insights. Always a hoot to tune in. He is always a hoot to sit next to. And Christopher, thank you for the super chat as well.
Oh, man. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. See, Sunday night's where it's at.
Sunday night's where it's at, man. That's right.
Half Hashed asks, any solid state amps that you would put on par with the tube amp for high gain, e.g. PV Bandit?
Ooh. Man, I haven't played one yet that I could put in the same category. I'm really sorry.
By the way, they're all laughing and clapping and so much fun for your impressions.
Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying that.
You should have an impression channel too.
Oh no.
I swear he comes up with them out of nowhere. And he just needs to hear it like once and he's got it.
Sometimes. Yeah.
But it's even funny if you totally bomb it.
Yeah. That's when people are laughing at me, not with me. What was it? Oh,
sorry.
solid state amp. So,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm really sorry. I don't have a lot of experience with the solid state stuff. So let me just say this. The solid state amplifiers that I have played through, as far as like the pedal board amps that you put on to power your pedals or whatever, like if you want to run like a like the diesel VH4 pedal preamp, you want to run that through a solid state amp. I haven't really had much luck with. I mean, I'm sure that they serve their purpose well as far as like, hey, you got a fly date, you got a small stage or like a quick gig that you got to do and you just need something convenient. and it's not a big deal if it doesn't sound perfect and all this. I mean, yeah, we're all happy for that skinny little spare tire in our trunk, right? Because it got us home, you know. So, so I definitely don't want to disparage those because everything has its place. But to replace a tube amp with a solid state, anything, in my opinion, with my limited experience with those products, I would say the tube amps are just, it's just, man, you can't beat them. You really can't. There's a thing there. And it's not something that's like, oh, it's cork sniffing, or, you know, if you wet your finger and the wind's blowing in a certain direction, you can tell. No, it's obvious. It really is. It's a very obvious thing. And honestly, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be surrounded by these things because I'd save a ton of money and a ton of space.
And I'd have more shiz.
Exactly. So, but but at least 2 more pair. So, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, until they come up with something that completely replaces one of these, I'm going to keep playing them and buying them. And again, if you want to use something that's, you know, small and efficient and pretty affordable, you know, the power stage or one rack, you know, units, stuff like that, are the way to go, you know.
All right. Thank you very much, CG. He says, Rambo for life. Suck it, Arnie. I love you, Governor. So that was Half-Hash's question. Let's see. Dan...
Oh, Matt Force, he suggested the solid state high gain amp Orange Crush 120. I haven't played that yet. You know what? Hey, Matt, if you guys got one at the store, maybe I'll have that on the show.
Wednesday or next Sunday.
Yeah. Maybe I'll give that a shot, and it will face the gauntlet. We will run it through its paces, so we will see. And Matt knows his stuff, so if he makes a suggestion, I'm sure it's a good one.
Is it? Does everyone that can't speak know he works at Motor City?
They do now.
Is that okay to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Matt Force,
Yep.
Motor City Guitar,
Yep.
works there.
Yep, there's a link below. Click on that and check them out. They're a great store.
Daniel Henry, have you tried the Grid Slammer? I use it with my JP2C, not to add gain, but to add just a little bit of sizzle. He loves his.
Got it right here. Got it right here. This is the Grid Slammer. It all depends on the type of music that you play. Like if you're playing like classic rock or straight up just kind of rock and roll, like you know, the stuff you hear on the radio and stuff we grew up on, you know, depending on when you grew up, obviously. But I think the Grid Slammer is it's a good straightforward pedal. If you're playing metal, on the other hand, I would highly recommend. Like the Precision Drive by Horizon Devices is like usually my go-to. I also have a KSR Eros here. The Precision Drive is a great pedal though for metal. So if you're doing metal stuff, shoot that out with your Grid Slammer and see which one you like better. Everybody's tastes are different, you know.
Yeah.
But the Horizon Devices Precision Drive definitely has more, you know, more snarl to it. It really ticks the amp off. You know what I mean? It makes the amp angry. Yeah, so.
Jason Lewis, he says, I'm thawed out and back. How's the spline? Is it fixed?
Oh, yeah, it's good. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, it was just a fuse. That's all it was. It was just a stupid fuse.
Thank
so,
God. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, that could have been.
It's so.
Are your in-ears doing weird stuff? I'm getting like interference and static in mine. It's really weird.
I guess I hear a little bit now and then, but it's not bugging me.
I'm going to reset mine real quick and see.
Okey-dokey.
There we go.
Let's see. Big Mike, what's up?
Big Mike.
He says if you really want your channel to grow, all you have to do is play some Static X. I'm gonna hound you until you do. Didn't you say it wasn't one of your favorites?
I don't know. I've never listened to him.
Oh,
I've never heard
that's
Static
right.
X, so I'll have to check. All right, I promise tonight after the show, we're gonna listen to some Static X.
Static X.
Yeah.
My
So-
memory's gonna suck. All right, I'm screenshotting this right now. That way we won't
I've
forget.
never heard them, so I've heard of them, but I've never heard their music that I know of.
CG, I had a PV Bandit 212 in the late 90s and it was all right. I'd go for a Boss Katana MK200 before any new other solid state modeling amp. It crushes Fender Mustang and Marshall Code 100.
Ah. Yeah, I had the Boss Katana on here. I thought for what it was, especially for the price, pretty decent unit, you know.
Steve Evenchek, Marshall DSL 20HR or a DSL 100HR, new generation tube amp.
I haven't played one of those yet.
CG, but tube amps are the bomb.
They just are, man.
Matt said he'd check tomorrow and let you know.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome.
CG, I have an orange Micro Terror, and it's a hoot.
It's a hoot.
Paul Smith, not seeing any links. Oh, you probably forgot to copy and paste.
No, I put them in there. They should be in there.
Paul, you lying.
Paul, you lying.
Let's see, Stone.
Yeah, they're in there. They're in the description.
Stone JR. I have a 5153 50-watt Stealth, and it seems to have a lot of... Oops, my screen shot up. Let's see. Seems to have a lot of overdrive sound at lower volumes. Is this normal?
It's a 5150...
50-watt Stealth.
That's the same thing I got. Seems to have a lot of what?
Overdriven sound at lower volumes. Is this normal?
If it's on the blue or red channel, I mean, it can, at lower volumes, that amp still cooks. I would turn mine down and show you, but we're doing it's all set, it's perfectly set for a mix that we're going to do, so I can't adjust the volume right now. But, I mean, yeah, that amp has a lot of gain, so, I mean, maybe that's what it is. I mean, it's a killer amp. Now, if that's happening on your clean channel, that's a problem. It shouldn't be doing that unless you have the gain cranked on that, which I doubt you do. But if you do, that could be part of the problem, because that clean channel will kind of get a little, brittle, broken up a little if you crank the gain on it.
Aaron Lucas, I see you.
Hey.
He retracted his message, not sure what you said, but... Hello, how are your new noises that Jarrod made for you guys?
Yeah, we had fun. We had fun hanging out here and doing the profiles. He got some diesel. What did he get? He got diesel profiles, the JP, and I can't remember, a Splun. Yeah, he got those. So
yeah, some custom noises right from the
exactly. We hung out.
I almost said right from the Grumblat. Changed my mind. The Axe Forever says, hey guys, Jarrod, you have a good supportive woman by your side that gets involved with your passion. You're a lucky guy.
Thank you. Yeah, she's awesome, man. She's been...
you are a lucky guy.
Yeah. Great. You just created a monster. You're lucky.
He said his wife is pretty cool as well. I'm sure she is.
I'm sure she is, man. You're a lucky guy too. Yeah, Carrie's you've been with me on a lot of projects over the years, haven't you?
So many.
A lot of them.
8.
Surprised you're not sick of me by now.
Totally sick of you.
Yeah.
You're just funny.
This is all a facade. Mm-hmm. Afterwards, we're like, get out of my house.
Let's see. Matt Forrest says, North Korea jamming your ears in. Jamming in your ears. Okay, push it. Yeah. Static X. Oh, she wants some Static X too.
Oh man, I'll have to. We're definitely gonna have to check out.
Are they screamy? If they're screamy, I'm gonna be super disappointed.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I really don't know.
Well, I was asking them, not you, silly. Jay, I can confirm the new Eminence DV77 speaker is great and more forgiving in the high mids compared to V30s. Also thrilled with my new Fishman pickups, kill switch, and gauge model.
Oh, sweet, man. Yeah, I want to get those. I want to put those in my Zilla. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm going to get those D77s and put them right in the Zilla.
Yeah. Bobby Leckie, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Luke Wilson, never heard of Static X. Wisconsin Death Trip. Oh, they must be screamy. Death Trip?
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to have to just go and Google them while y'all are talking. Jason Lewis, I met Wayne Static at NAMM years ago. Hilarious dude. R.I.P.
Yeah, he passed away. I think it was within the last, 3 to 5 years. I mean, it was kind of recent-ish. I could be wrong on that time because, time flies for me. Gosh, I'll tell you. Yeah, there's so many, movies that came out. How you're channel surfing, you're like, oh, I remember watching that in the theater 2 years ago. And it's like, no, it came out 8 years ago.
It was 8 years ago, yeah.
Oh, my God. I feel old. I stopped looking at dates on movies because it just makes me feel old.
Scott Fulmer says he loves my socks. My little heart pizza socks. If you missed it, I'm wearing them because it's pajama night.
Yeah, it's pajama
We're
night.
doing comfy clothes and
just hanging.
No fancy shoes.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta scroll back up because I went down for that one. Let's see. Vince Vegas. I like Ad Stone with the Soldano and also up to like 83 with the Frankie being hard-ash body guitar. It was phenomenally bright and cutting, of course. He played so articulately with all that gain.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's a good combination.
Oh, Eddie's tones, not Ad's. Yeah.
Oh, Eddie's.
Tones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boss
combo.
Katana from Scott Fulmer. Boss Katana is very good for a solid state metal, but tube amps are the best.
They just are. You know, there's a warmth and a fullness there. That's really what it is that you're going to get from a tube amp. It's like that fullness. It's kind of like the difference between, now forgive the analogy, but you know those you know, like the tuned cars, the little ones, you know, like from you know, what's those movies, Fast and Furious. You know, the little tuned cars, and they're ying ying, you know, and they put the different muffler on them to make them sound bigger. But then, like Vin Diesel's, you know, the Charger, that thing was just
It doesn't sound like.
Yeah, that thing's just a beast. It didn't need a muffler to change the sound. You heard like a real engine just roaring there, and it's just when you hit the gas in that car, it's just like, you know. So that's kind of the difference right there. It's like those cars will get you going, like the little tuners. They'll get you going, and they're fast and this and that. But man, there's just something about that big 8-cylinder engine, you know, and you open the dumpers up, and you guys that own race cars, you know what I'm talking about.
I think that's a funny word, by the way.
Yeah.
Every time you say dumpers, I'm like...
Yeah, I used to have one, so I know. You open up the dumpers, and that thing's just pounding holes into the cement, you know, and it's just amazing. So
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm caught up on the comments. You want to sing... Well, you want to sing a song?
Yeah. I'll sing.
We'll get it over with, then you can act normal.
Oh, God, yeah, I'm so... Oh, my God. This song...
You got green belly, don't you?
Yeah, this song is like this... Well, Okay, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. I didn't know we were going to do this tonight, so I practiced it at none. I didn't practice it at all, and then she's like, yeah, we're singing tonight. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God, like, I haven't played this song in months. Okay.
That is such a lie. We played it last week at practice.
Yeah, well, practice months, you know, like practice, you know. Yeah, casually playing it at a practice is not practicing for me.
This is one of our original songs.
Yes.
It's called... No, it's not. It's not called My Immortal.
It's called Eternal Deception.
It's called Eternal Deception. Yeah. So we wrote the song. He wrote the music. I wrote the lyrics. 4 years ago.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
4 years ago. Yeah, and I wrote the lyrics to be. It's kind of about. You can either apply it to several different things. I used to be in a relationship where the dude was totally addicted to video games, and it was like that was his life. He came up to go to work and to eat, and that was it. You know, and I just feel like there's some real life outside of love. I know a lot of people like video games, but it was like there's a balance there, so it can be either applied to that, or it can be applied to like the media. And letting the media and what they say rule your life and your mood and what you believe and don't believe and things like that. So that's where this is coming from.
Yeah, just getting back into the real life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
it can be applied to social media. Anything that just takes you away from normal everyday interactions with your family, people, humans in general. Yeah,
just getting back to real life is what it's about, you know, and it's something I've been doing lately last month, and it's been great. It's been very, very good.
It has been great. I don't know if that's a great idea. I can hear it.
Yeah, I'll leave it on, but I think it's that mic's picking it up, which I'm muting right now.
Okay, I just can feel it on my face, so I know it's hitting this mic.
Oh, all right. I'll turn it off.
Yeah, I'll fix it after this. Okay. Again, keep in mind there's no bass on the track, so if it sounds a little empty, that's why.
Yep. All right, here we go. Hang on 1 second. I was practicing the solo and I had a loop in there. Okay, man, my heart.
My heart's pounding right
surprised
now.
I'm not breaking ribs with my heart right now.
Me too.
I can't even put my leg up. It's like that solo is so like it drives me nuts.
I'm feeling your nerves. I know that song like the back of my hand, and my heart is pounding for you right now.
Oh man! Oh God!
Oh, you did it!
Yeah, I did it.
Are you glad it's over?
Yes.
You're so
Yeah.
red. Look at him go over here. Look at your neck.
I know. I had to get that one out of me, man. I'm not kidding you. That solo scares the crap out of me. It just does. I don't know why, but it's one of those solos where if you hit a bad note, everybody knows because there's so many singing notes in there, you know, and just, I don't know. Anyways.
There was a comment that I saw while I was singing. I left my phone open right there. Who said it? Anxious Nation at 7:55. He's like, didn't expect the vocals to be so good. Not gonna lie.
Oh, ye of little faith.
That's hilarious. Thanks for the super chat, Christopher.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that was fun, man. And guys, I have to say thank you for giving me a good environment to step out and do stuff that I'm afraid to do in public because, you know, having a supportive environment, you know, for stuff like that is good. You know, that's one of the biggest reasons why I do take chances on the show live, because the thing is coming from my perspective, like, it's one thing to screw up on stage at a venue because it's like
flies over.
Most people don't notice, they didn't hear it, and they're talking to their buddies anyways or whatever, you know, using the bathroom, getting a beer, whatever. But here, it's, you know, the mix is so good, at least it should be, that you can hear everything really well, and you can replay it. And replay it, and you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, dude, watch this dude totally crap the bed here.
Funny. CG loves the riff.
Oh.
The riff is killing it from Christopher.
Thank you.
Jason Lewis says, great song, epic chorus too. Always wondered what it was actually about. Thanks for the info and playthrough.
Thank you.
Vince Vegas, double thumbs up. Chicago Todd, that new mic for vocals is great. Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that he did the research and figured that out for me.
Yeah.
So
it was
thankful.
worth it.
I'm so thankful we don't get those comments anymore. Can't hear Carrie.
She sounds small.
She sounds small. Blah, blah, blah.
You know, it was worth it because you sound amazing. Like every time we play now, like even in my in-ears, like when we watch afterwards, I'm always like, I mean, I got, I'm not patting myself on the back here, but I'm just saying, like, I got her dialed in to a T, you know, here, and it's the effects, the way the mic is set up and everything. I just think, and I got this mic at Motor City. Here's a testament to Motor City, and I'm just saying this. No one's paying me to say this. I'm just telling you guys, this is how honest they are and how great of a store they are, and the staff is amazing. Like, they know me. They know I make it rain, like, when I go buy stuff. Like, I do. I don't care. Like, give me the best. I don't care, blah, 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 you know. And they know I'm not afraid to do that. And that sounded a little gratuitous, but, you know.
It's like,
the thing, look at what I mean, come on, you know. I mean, I'm not afraid
he's not afraid to spend
I'm not afraid to spend money on good things that I want. But they don't take advantage of me. I come in and they're like, I'm like, look, I need a vocal mic for Carrie. We got to do this and that. And they're like, dude, just spend this. It was this $99?
89.
$89, you know. And I was like, you sure? They're like, trust me, you don't need to spend any more than that. You can, and I'm sure, you know, there's different. I'm not saying that this is the same as a Neumann or whatever, but it's doing the job.
It's doing the job for where we are, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and I'm so grateful that, you know,
too.
that I could go into that store and they know me and they still, like, here, just get this. You're good, dude, you know.
And thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
NGD guitar, awesome. Great tone and playing, digging the chord progression, and Carrie sounds fantastic.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Says, wow, great song. Luke Wilson, wow, never heard Carrie sing. Amazing. And sick riffs and song, Jarrod.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
Sean
much.
Casey, thank you. Chicago Todd says, never ever doubt a woman who wears I Love Pizza socks live on YouTube.
That's right, man. That's right.
NGD guitar says, great lead, very melodic, nice tapping.
Oh, thank you.
So yes, time to whip out the lighters, folks. Okay, shredding with an angel. Let's see. Sean Casey, killer solo.
Thank you.
Smash the thumbs up. Yeah, thanks, Mule Blues. Go ahead. You can X out of the live chat, hit the thumbs up button, and come right back into the
What's
live
up,
chat.
Mule Blues?
Bobby Lecky, good call. Okay, shredding with an angel suits them, but don't tell them. That's Purdy from Vince Vegas. Thank you guys. Thanks so much for all of the Anxious Nation. Think your wife might be the more talented one.
Probably true. Yeah. If you would have listened the one week we did that what was it? My Immortal, and I crashed through the solo. Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, she's you know what's funny is that we haven't been practicing or performing a lot lately.
We haven't been performing. We've been practicing.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
not like we used
not
to.
Like that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like not like we used to. It's been more of a casual kind of practice.
Yeah.
And
planning and
it's more like sound checks and like, well, let's run through this and that. We haven't had
so much new gear, and it's like, how do we use this? Or how do we use that?
It's a lot of dialing in, and so we haven't had a knockdown, drag out, like sweaty.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I worked my butt off kind of practice in a long time, and she's still doing really well. So.
Your big tummy says, Jarrod, we don't need you anymore. You can just pour her drinks and clap in time. That's funny. I don't want to. I know we get a lot of comments saying about husband or wife or whatever. We're technically not married.
Yeah, we're not
not married. I'm his singer. We are. I don't know. We're persons. We're persons. I'm the singer in his band. We've been together for like 9 years.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time.
I know. Some of you know, some of you don't know, and I don't want to have to explain it every time, but I know some of you are like, why don't they ever address the wife thing? And it's just easier to go with it.
Yeah, because otherwise it would be but no big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal. We understand. I would assume the same thing if I were you guys. I'd be like, well, they're probably married. That's just what most people think.
Because I pick on you so much.
Exactly.
Because I'm so rude and nasty.
She treats me so horribly.
I treat him so horribly.
Yeah, I mean, she's got to be his wife. Look how she treats him.
Right.
And he buys her shoes. What a simp,
Right. Yes. Let's see. Anxious Nation, that way I'm with you. Oh, he's with you that way with gear too. He buys what he likes.
Yeah, I mean, and so please forgive me if I came off like, oh, I'm loaded. I buy the things that I want. And that's not what it is. I'm just saying, like, it was a very exasperated way of explaining how I buy things. I mean, I just like really nice gear. I work really hard for my money.
0% financing.
Yeah.
Goes a long way.
Financing is like that's my wife.
Exactly.
I'm married to financing, but so it's I just like, how it is, guys. I mean, when you find the thing that just speaks to you or speaks for you the way you want it to, and you're like, I have to have this. I don't care. How do you have a saw? How much for my right arm? I want that. So it's kind of like that. But again, I'm grateful that Motor City, even though they know that about me, they're still like, dude, all you need is this. You don't really need to spend all that. Just get this. You're good, dude.
Oh, we have a red box down there. I'm spinning.
Oh, great. Oh, it's green.
Now it's green.
And we'll probably have some, every once in a while, you get that.
They can still hear us though, so don't stop.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's see. Jason Lewis, what vocal mic is that for Carrie? I want a new mic for my wife. She's a singer as well. The in-ear recommendation was a total win for her. Oh, great.
Awesome.
It is
it's right behind you.
AKG
P120.
AKG P120.
Yep.
And it's, again, this is a studio mic. I would not use this live for performing on stage live at all. Your standard SM 58. Will totally do the trick for that. This is studio mic for quiet areas. Yeah, it picks up everything. Mm-hmm. So, but we use it because the how I came up with using this was we're playing live, but we're in a studio.
You know, so it's like a live studio setting. So it's the same thing. So if we were to go perform at a venue, I mean, she would use a 57 or 50 or a 58. You know, that's kind of what the standard is. I'm
gonna try to figure out this fan thing because I'm sweating in my sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You want me to you want to just sing into the microphone so they can hear how good it sounds?
Okay, try that. Turn the fan on.
Okay.
Do you hear it?
A little bit. It's fine.
It's not whooshing though?
No.
Okay.
That's fine.
May not trip over all of your stuff.
Yeah, so go ahead. Let me mute
oh, that's so much better.
Let me mute the room mic. Just go ahead and sing whatever into that, okay?
Oh, what am I going to sing? I will capture your attention, exploit your proclivity, dip into my well of distraction. You'll only see what I want you to see. Grab a cup and drink me in. I am the poison.
That was great. Yeah, I mean, so that mic is so warm and full. I got some stuff on there because in the mix that all works. Yeah. If you take out, I don't know if you guys watch, what is it, Ken Tamplin's Vocal Academy or whatever. He has all these isolated vocal tracks, and you wouldn't believe how much stuff is on there. And it's normal, you know. So in a mix, all that stuff, as you heard, is very appropriate. But by itself, it might sound like, well, you got a lot of stuff on there. Yeah, I do. I got a lot of stuff on my guitar, too. You know, delay and stuff like that for my solos.
It's kind of plinkety-plink if he doesn't.
Yeah. So, like, that's the way it works. But what we're trying to show you is not just the effects, but really how warm. I mean, that mic, I got a little EQ on it because you do that. But, you know, it's just a little bit of compression.
So if you didn't, it would kind of be like the same as having the other mic. Your guitars are so grand, and then my voice would be just dry and small, and it wouldn't fit. You'd be like, you have to make the vocals match the music.
You're right. You're absolutely right. My guitars are grand. Nope. No. No, what I agree with you, because, like, here's the thing, like, when you're doing a live mix or a studio mix, like, this is kind of a little bit of both, right? Because we're performing live, but it's in the studio. So everything has to sound its best. So we got these awesome backing tracks where the drums sound like freaking cannons, you know, they're just quality, huge, you know. And when we do have bass, the bass sounds huge. You got all this low end and this really nice, like, grainy bass texture, and it just sounds amazing. So now, because of all that, if I have thin sounding guitars, I'm going to disappear against that stuff. So now I have to up my game and make sure that my amps are dialed in, and they just sound thunderous in the mix, and they sound huge. And a stealth through the aux box, unbeatable, just sounds amazing. So it keeps up with that. And then, because of all that, this one here has to have some stuff too, or else, like you were saying, if you're dry, you know, it's like
people question why he allows me to be the singer.
Well, I think your voice still sounds good, but you just sound it's like you sound small. So
missing puzzle piece.
Yeah, any singer, you name the best singers in the world are going to have stuff on their voice. It's just the way it is.
Matt Force says, Carrie, epic as always. Jarrod, fan her. Fill her glass and buy her more shoes.
Well, she's being fanned right now by the fan.
Thank you. And then they were talking about the stream a little bit. Jason Lewis, AKG P120 it is. We need a studio mic and not a live mic, so that's right on time.
It's a great mic. It really is, you know. I mean, we made it sound, you know, the way we wanted it to, and it literally took minutes. Like, we were done in minutes. I was like, there it is, you know.
CS would love to hear me cover a Queensryche tune.
Ooh. I would love to do a Queensryche
song. Which one would you love to do?
I Don't Believe in Love. I love,
what's the one I was singing earlier?
Silent Lucidity.
Yeah.
We could probably do that. I'll have to look into that.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could do Silent Lucidity. Yeah. Can you get down that low, though? Hush now, don't.
Hush now. Hush now. Yeah, I don't want to get in more trouble.
You know, the thing I noticed about Jeff Tate when we saw him live, the times that we did,
Yeah.
it's amazing how he
when
can
we opened up for him, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
When we opened up for him live?
Yeah, exactly. It was fun. His band was really cool to hang out with. So when he goes down, he scoops down to the bottom of his register, and then he'll start a word out down here, and then he'll finish it here, and he'll transition seamlessly. And you're like, how did...
It's a scoop.
Yeah, man, that guy's got some friggin' talent, man. Great singer.
CS says, yes, silent lucidity.
Yeah, we should try to do that. I'll look into that for sure.
Chicago Todd, how do you have the stagescape set up for Carrie's mic?
Oh, I could tell you right now.
Thank you, J.R. Ross. He says, awesome vocal sound. Steve Evenchek, other people have put it in the chat. It's the mic is AKG P120.
Yeah, yep. Okay, so basically what I have on Carrie is I have her highs nudged a little bit, like a high kind of, they're just up a little bit. And the reason why I did that, she's got kind of a mid-rangey voice. So what I did is I added a little bit of sunshine to it just to bring it up a little, so that she sits in the mix. Because a lot of times what happens is, like, if you have a singer that has that, like it don't have a ton of top end naturally in their voice, and you turn them up, well, you're turning all those other frequencies up with it, and depending on what those frequencies are, you can run into some problems. So I instead just add a little bit of sunshine to it and just bring her up a little. And then I have a compressor, because if you don't compress vocals, you're nuts. A little bit of compression, not a lot, a little bit. It just thickens them up a little. And then we have effects-wise, what do we have on you for effects? Those are down here.
That's your department.
All right, so I got a hall reverb, and then I have a little bit of stereo delay, and then a teeny bit of the doubler. And the doubler, all it does is it just adds a little bit, like almost what chorus does to a guitar. It just thickens the voice up a hair, and that's pretty much it. So what I can do, let me see if I can mute those or not.
Oh yeah, turn them off. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have to do it with a different pedal, I think. I don't know if they'll do that here.
Does the mic need phantom power?
Yes. Yep, you got to put the phantom on it. Got to have that ghost power. Yeah, I don't
Matt
think
Forrest Queensryche tune, Take Hold of the Flame.
Ooh, we almost did that with Rain.
We did?
Yes, we almost did that. I was learning it, and then we ended up not doing it because we were going to do that show with that other local band, and we all had to do a cover, and that was the cover I picked.
That's the one you wanted to do.
Yeah, that was the one I wanted to do. I love that song, and that scream at the beginning where Tate hits that huge note. I dare you. I'm sure you could do it. Yeah, that song is like one of my favorite songs of all time by Queensryche. Yep.
Did you turn them off? You want me to?
No, I can't. No, I got to go up there to do it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I was willing to show myself without makeup.
Well, let me see. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can do it up there or not. Let me check.
Okay. Thanks for all the questions, you guys. Keep them coming. Doesn't matter if it's about mics, singing, vocals, guitar gear. Keep them coming. What time is it? It's 20 after 8. We're doing good. I'm feeling good. You feeling better now that solo's out of the way?
I'm feeling a hell of a lot better now that I got that out of the way. Yeah, I can't. I need a different pedal for that. I'm sorry, guys, but I wish there was a way I could just turn these on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't screw it up, though, because they're perfect.
That's why I don't want to mess with it, because it's literally like it's perfect. So, and when we do the acoustic stuff, I have you set up with less effects.
I could sing into that mic.
It's a different EQ.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway.
Oh, well.
So yeah, I mean, but the thing is, the main thing is like when you have the effects on, make sure you dial in your vocalists' effects with all the music going, because they should sound like too much without the music.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that way when the music's there, it's kind of like, I always say it like this. It's like seasoning, right? When you're making soup, right? So if you taste the teaspoon of salt, you're like, oh, it's so salty. Well, of course it is. It's salt. Put it in the soup, and now the soup tastes amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to add some crushed red pepper to this recipe. You put it in your mouth, you're like, oh my God, that's too much. No, it's not.
Give me some Tums.
Yeah, exactly in the food or in the soup or whatever, it's enough. It's plenty. So.
Greg Blankley joined us.
Hey, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while.
Seen your name in a minute. Hey there. Did you get to hear the song earlier? I sang earlier.
Heard for me. You can always do the rewind.
You can always rewind. Yeah. Jason Lewis agreed. Oh, they're still talking about Mind Crime and
oh man,
Queensryche
that album. I remember when Mind Crime came out. Man, I was absolutely blown away by that album. I remember I was in another band at the time, and I was with the other guitar player, and we were doing this road trip, and he picked me up in his dad's car, and his dad had this really nice car with an awesome stereo system. We were just kids, like 18, 19.
So I was still living under a rock then.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And he's like, dude, you got to hear this Queensryche album, or this tape, He's like, I just bought it. I heard a couple songs. I'll rewind it. Remember the rewinding days? And we'll listen to the whole thing on the trip. And all the lyrics were in the cassette, the jacket. So I pulled it out, and they were written in a circle. And I'm like reading them,
See you doing that too.
Because the story was so cool. It was like one of the most just really cool. They should make a movie about it. The story's that cool. They could make a movie about it easily. And guess what the soundtrack would be, right? So be one of the best soundtracks ever. And by the third song, both of us were just like, I can't believe I'm listening to this. Like this, it was kind of dark, but it was also awesome. Because remember, this is back in the 80s when everything was like happy and party time. So compared to that, this was a little murky, but it was also like, I don't care. Yeah. It's cool. I want to go in further into the murkiness and see what's in the abyss, And by the time the end of the album, we were like, play it again, and we listened to it like all day. We couldn't get enough of it. So yeah, I'm trying to remember all my like I Don't Believe in Love, amazing song. The intro, all that. I mean, they're all great, but Breaking the Silence, that was one of my favorite. That chorus is so catchy and huge. So yeah, loved it.
I started getting acquainted with Queensryche when I joined Rain years ago, and you started talking about it. It wasn't a band that I was particularly... Well, again, I came from a very strict family, wasn't allowed to listen to rock music, so I wasn't familiar with a lot of the cool things from back in the day, but you've done your fair share of catching me up. I still feel like I'm not schooled enough to talk about it, though.
Oh, well, I mean, talk about what you know, though. I mean, that's what we're here for,
Scott Falmer, Carrie, do you do any vocal exercises or warm-ups before you sing? I sing in the car on the way over.
And she picks on me.
And I pick on him. Yeah, no, I, before a gig, before practices, I do. That's all I really do. I just sing in the car on the way over. I don't push it off the bat. I will use, my head voice and stuff to warm up as he's playing the songs and stuff. But if we're getting ready to throw down on something, I definitely do scales and I'll make all kinds of funny noises. Whoa! With my mouth.
It's fun.
Yep, it's fun. Fun times.
Yeah. She sounds like the Kemper when it's profiling amps.
Yep. There's something I learned in the studio, because again, I've never been professionally trained, but doing buzzing noises helps. It helps you if your vocal cords are tired. It kind of just gives them a little massage and brings you right back fresh and clean.
Yeah, because that one day you sang your heart out, and it was a long day.
Yeah, it was.
And I remember
I
you
was
were
talking like a horse.
you were getting tired, and
Yep.
I remember the engineers like, just do the buzzy things,
Yep.
and then you did it, and then you had like 2 more takes
Yep.
that you had to do.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, and it was like, all right, wow, that was pretty cool.
Yep, they're the vocal warm-ups are the dumbest things in the world.
They sound terrible.
They really are, but they're legit.
Yep.
You can YouTube some vocal exercises. That's really what I did. I never paid for a lesson. I guess my parents paid for a few when I was in young school, but she was an opera singer and wanted to turn me that way, and I wasn't. I know that you can be classically trained and still sing popular music. I didn't realize it back then. I had an attitude and thought that that's what they wanted me to sing, so I wasn't inspired and motivated to keep up with it. But,
I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and, oh gosh, I just had something I was going to say and I forgot. Yeah, Ken Tamplin's Vocal Academy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got, man, I tell you, he's not a young dude anymore. He's not in his 20s, and that guy can still hit some crazy notes. And one of the reasons why is because of the way he sings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if you throw a baseball wrong for 5 years, your career's over. If you throw it right, your career will last 10 to 15 years. You know what I mean? You could still chuck that ball, and it's just it all depends on the mechanics of how you throw it. Otherwise, you're going to hurt yourself and injure yourself, and then you're done. It's the same thing with your vocal cords, right? I mean, that's the thing he always talks about.
Anxious Nation back at 812 said, man, I watched a Ken Tamplin video and got commercials from him for like a year. I thought I'd never be free. I know, he's always in my feed as well.
Yeah. Hey, it's Ken again. You're like, oh my God, I'm trying to eat, man. All right, well, see you later. Yeah, I just watch him on YouTube, I see him on YouTube.
Bobby Lecky, a wee question on compression. How little can you use on guitar and still not lose pick dynamics, and could you demo it on and off, Jarrod?
Good question. I have, honestly, I have no compression on my guitars at all for like what we do. There's zero. So, now, the reason why I do that is because I'm demoing amps typically, and I don't want to color the tone in any way. So there's no EQ, there's no compression, nothing on the guitars. They're as raw as they get. So, and I'm running through my aux right now, and there is a compressor and an EQ in there, but if I recall, I'm not using the section that's EQ'd, and if I am, it's EQ'd very little. All I do if I do an EQ on the aux is I pull out like 4.8K and I pull it down like 5 decibels, and it's a pin drop. But that's it. There's no other EQ, and that's if I use it. I don't think I have several presets on there, and I typically don't go live with the EQ'd one because I use that for studio recording. Now, if you're going to use a compressor, I don't have a ton of experience with it as far as recording goes, but you probably just want to use the least amount, as possible, unless you're doing a ton of tracks, and then you can compress the crap out of them and stack them a mile high on each side. But just make sure that the compression, like what you were saying, you don't want to take that pick dynamic out and the pick attack and stuff, because you do need those transients to be felt. Now, the kick drum does help with that, so does the bass, but you still want that slice with the guitar. So as soon as you lose that, there's your threshold, bring it up again, and then you'll find the sweet spot.
Let's see. Scott Fulmer, Pat Benatar was classically trained and she sounds amazing.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Still.
And again, that was my bad. I was a dumb teenager. My parents were trying to do something nice for me, and I just had an attitude about it because she wasn't teaching me the style of music I wanted to sing. So totally my bad. I definitely should have appreciated it and stuck with it more, and I probably would be better for it, but not. I totally agree. So Jay has asked us a question. I would like to know what your dream supergroup lineup would be. Jarrod will no doubt pick JP on lead guitar.
Yep.
So Carrie picks the vocalist, and you guys have to agree on the other members.
Okay, so we need a guitar player, a vocalist, a bassist, a drummer, and a keyboard player. That's what we need, because I love
You
bands
know
with
I
keyboards.
don't know people. I don't know the band members, so I'll agree or not agree.
All right, pick a vocalist though.
So
we'll have to hash it out.
probably, Amanda Somerville.
Oh, I love her.
I know she's not super. Can I be the vocalist? And you be the guitarist? I mean, if it's a supergroup, a dream supergroup.
Well, if we're a dream supergroup, then
I'm gonna be in my dream.
I want to be in that too, but let's take us out of there, because there's way better guitar players than me.
And singers too.
That's for sure. So John Petrucci definitely belongs to be in a supergroup over me. I'm not even worthy of polishing that guy's guitars, let alone. Yeah, so it's going to be John Petrucci, and okay, I'll give you my pick for a singer.
Sure.
I think like Russell Allen is like one of the best vocalists out there, and there's many. It's very subjective, but Russell Allen can pretty much do it all. So, I guess I'll give him as my suggestion.
Yeah. What was the guy's name? We went to see their concert, in the Dragons band. Dragon Force was on before them. Camelot.
Oh,
What's
Camelot.
The lead singer?
I don't know his
Camelot.
name, but he was good. He was really good.
He was super good. And then the lead singer, let me do this. Lead singer of Within Temptation. Sharon Den Adele. I really appreciate her voice as well. I love female vocals over top heavy music. I really, really do.
Well, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like this Beauty and the Beast kind of thing. So, all right.
But I do appreciate a more theatrical, heavy voice from a man. Yeah. What is the dude, the heavy, they covered a, he was Jewish, and nobody... Hello, Dr. Smile.
Oh, that dude. Yeah. I don't know his name. But yeah, that guy. That guy's a great
I was looking
singer.
at the mic like I'm talking to you guys. So what was his name?
Yes, this one. Your vocal mic's off.
What was his name? The Hello, Dr. Smile friend cover dude, and he was Jewish. Grew up Jewish or whatever.
Wasn't Paul Simon.
No.
He
was I love his low voice.
Yeah. So we'll do this. We'll do the lady from Within Temptation and Russell Allen as a dual singing.
Ooh, yeah.
There you go. Now you got the real Beauty and the Beast going on. Keyboard players. Jordan Rudess can do everything. So I'm gonna suggest Jordan Rudess.
Jay says I can't stand the male theatrical vocals. Oh, Disturbed. Yeah, the singer from Disturbed. Yeah. You are absolutely right, Chicago Todd.
Yeah, that guy's good.
Yes.
Really, that was a great cover of that song.
CJ, Marty Friedman on guitar, Petrucci will understand.
What's that?
Marty Friedman on guitar, Petrucci will understand.
Oh, yeah. He would understand. Marty Friedman. They're all, it's hard. So drum-wise, I think... there's so many good drummers out there. I mean, Mike Mangini, Mike Portnoy, Neil Peart, God rest his soul, amazing guy. I like Truls.
My favorite bass player is still John Thrasher. So.
Yeah. Guy's awesome, man. He really is.
Put John Thrasher with him. So
drum-wise, let's do a wild card. Let's do Truls from Circus Maximus.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Truls is an amazing drummer. So
their singer's great, too.
Yeah, I know, Michael. Yeah, it's just so hard, Bass, who would we pick for bass? Geddy Lee. Geddy Lee on bass. I love, Geddy Lee's got some of the best bass tone ever. I love the way he plays. And what's cool about having him in the band is that he can do so much. He can do the Taurus pedals, keyboards if needed, and he can sing if needed, backups or whatever. So there you go. I think that would be a good dream team there.
There you go.
There's so many combinations.
Let me, I made a note. There was some big news this week in the theatrical metal world. Where is my musical? What's her name? The singer from Delane. They broke up I think it was this past week.
Yeah.
Yeah, she separated from them. She's going to do her own thing, and I've always loved her voice as well.
Yeah.
My wife, CJ, my wife keeps shouting, Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel. That's who originally wrote that song.
Yes, yeah.
Yep.
All right, we have a lot of other
I
comments.
grew up on that.
Let's see. Scott Fulmer, if you're looking for a nice tone with compression, listen to David Gilmour. Greg Blankley, compression is good on gent stuff. Keeps accents even.
Yeah, as long as you use an appropriate amount. Like David Gilmour is amazing. I mean, remember that DVD I let you borrow that one time? Mm-hmm. Remember that night with David Gilmour? Oh my God, that was... He had those women backup singers in the background. Oh my, I could watch that all day. That was like one of the best live performances ever. I mean, he just killed it that night. That was some cool stuff.
Jay says his picks would be Mike Patone, Faith No More on vocals, Dave Mustaine and Marty Friedman on guitar, Geddy Lee on bass, Jimmy Chamberlin, Smashing Pumpkins on drums.
There you go. See, there's so many great Dream Team kind of bands you could put together out there, which they would all be amazing, you know.
Let's see. Jay, yes, we agree on Geddy. Yeah, Paul Smith shouted out Dave Draiman, Draiman.
Oh, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Greg Blankley, vocals, Courtney LaPlante. Is that how you say it? LaPlante. Guitar, Jeff Loomis and Paul Masvidal. Bass, Steve. Lots of D's, I's, and G's, and drums, Mike Portnoy. Yeah. See, they're all good suggestions, you know. I mean, it would be cool, though, you know, if they did do mashups like that. They did, like, a Dream Team band every year, like a bunch of guys got together and just did an album. Like the Pro Bowl or whatever.
Yeah. Man, that would be amazing. Yeah. It really would. Luke Wilson's asking about Leonard Cohen. Yeah, I'm not.
Maybe
familiar.
That was back from when we were trying to figure
I heard
out
that
name.
name. I heard that name, but
the Disturbed singer.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I suck at names. I'm surprised.
I am so much worse than you.
I'm not much farther behind you. I'm terrible at names. So.
Did you want to play a couple of things? I remember you said you wanted to...
Yeah, I'm not... What guitar do I have? I got the purple one.
Guitar.
Let me see what I have here.
Keep the questions coming. He's going to play a couple of things, but I'm really enjoying the random questions. Jarrod's like hopping all over the place and using his brain tonight.
Yeah, I'm using my brain for a change. Yeah, I don't have a lot of choices with this guitar, so...
if you guys don't know who Amanda Somerville is, check her out. Check her out on YouTube. She puts together, she has a solo project, and of course I don't know what the name of it is, but you can Google Amanda Somerville. She's actually from Michigan, the Flushing area.
Yeah, she lives in Europe now.
She does. She moved to Europe, and because you guys over there, music rocks.
Europe's amazing for music.
Right, the music that we create and make would probably be better received over in Europe.
Yeah, Europe's just a great place for music because they have such a wide variety of awesome, like they love the heavy dark stuff, but they also add this beauty to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's literally, European music is like a beautiful old haunted castle. You know what I mean? It's like it's beautiful, but there's like a darkness there, but it's cool at the same time. Like I love that, you know?
Amanda Somerville.
Yeah, Amanda Somerville was awesome. Like we got to open for her when she came here. She comes here every year to visit family.
Probably not last year.
Yeah, probably not last year, but for Christmas. And she does a show. And we did this. We were invited to do the show with her. And she was such a sweetheart. I mean, she emailed us and said, "Hey, I'm Amanda. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. Can't wait to share the stage with you. Blah blah blah." It was just such a sweet woman, and she was preggers. Remember? At the time,
we were enamored with her. Like her hair had its own show. She had a fan on just her hair. Yeah. She's whipping it around, and
she had two fans crisscrossing. And they would catch, and she would move her hair in such a way where she could manipulate how the fans caught her hair. Yeah. And her hair was her like backup singers or backup dancers or whatever. Yeah. I mean, it was like her hair was going in all these like slow-mo kind of things while she's singing. And we were like, I don't know what to do. Watch her or her hair or the guitar. You know, it was crazy. And she was like pregnant, you know, and she still brought it and sang her heart out, and she was amazing and just so sweet and nice, and that was just what a performer though, right? Like She hit every note, and and her backup dancers, which were her hair, were amazing as well.
So she resides in Germany, Wolfsburg, Germany. She's primarily known for her work with many European symphonic metal bands.
Yep.
The most recently, Exit Eden, and that's an all-female band. All of the musicians, and that was since 2017. And then before that, did she work with Camelot too? She must.
Yeah, I think she did some backups or some duets with them or whatever. I mean, she's so sought after. You know.
Literally though, all I did was Amanda Somerville, and all that popped up.
Everybody wants to work with her.
Absolutely, you can totally look her up. Yeah. It's worth it. The Chicago Todd, Amanda Somerville, is that the woman who has mastered the art of the stage fab? Stage fab? F-A-B?
Probably Stage Fan.
Oh, yes, it is. Fan, there it is. He's
her and Steve Vai, I think that they went to the same Stage Fan school, you know.
Luke Wilson, Leonard Cohen, from Canada. That's the guy.
Oh, okay.
Greg Blankley, Jarrod needs to check out the song Humanoid by Cynic. Paul Masvidal is so good and original.
Well, I will. Thanks for the suggestion.
And we're going to Static X, right?
Yeah, we got to listen to Static X after the show for sure. I don't know how this mix is because we mixed our thing tonight, but let me see how... I have to say, I'm super grateful for the aux because it's the first time I've ever played through a load box that I didn't miss my cab with. I still get a very authentic cab sound out of it and feel, and it just sounds amazing. Like, you know, she loves the silent room, obviously, because it's and the thing is I've forgotten or missed
baby ears.
I've forgotten or missed the mic thing sometimes, and I hit a chord, and that cab just it's so loud, so I don't have to worry about that now, you know. But I will be back to using my cabs from time to time as well. But I just love this aux. I mean, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I still feel like I recognize my amp, you know, when I'm playing through, this cab, the aux. It just sounds incredible, very authentic. Let me see how this mix sounds. 1 second here. Where?
Sing, sing a new song.
Oh my God, those were the
A
days.
song for today. I
Yeah,
know.
I got.
I miss it.
Yeah, I miss it too.
I was surprised. You usually just play a little snippet. I'm
No,
like,
well,
oh, we're
it
doing the
was
whole
a
song.
it was a good mix. So I'm like, well, all right, I'll just keep going with it. You know.
CG wants to know what tuning you're in.
This guitar is in drop G sharp. Yeah. So the rest of it, like this is E flat, you know, the E string. So the whole guitar is like a half step down, except for the B string, which is a whole step down.
Greg guessed it. My guess is drop G sharp.
Yep. Drop G sharp. Yep.
Bobby Lucky, track a tad low, but the guitar and flange sound huge, man. Show us the bumblebee phrase.
Oh, sure. The track was a tad low. See, all right, so let me just say this. Like, I got a new controller here. So, I'm hearing my own monitor mix, but after tonight, I will be hearing the same mix you guys are, because I'm going to run the outs from this into my in-ears. So then I'll be able to really scope the live mixes much better. So the Bumblebee thing, yeah, so let me show you that real quick. Let me mute the mic. God, that sounds so good. Yeah, it's just chromatics, basically. You know, it's just, you know, so it's just because that. Here's why I did that. I wrote the underlying rhythm in chromatics, and I'm like, here's a good challenge for me. Let's see if I can make something that weird or that kind of boring sound interesting. So that's what I came up with to try to make it sound interesting. I always try to challenge myself with my guitar solos. And one of the biggest reasons why I do that is if you listen to Sister Christian by Night Ranger, Brad Gillis, that was one of the most boring like songs to or parts to play a solo over. Like there's just not a lot going on underneath there. But his solo on that song was so amazing. It just totally, I mean, and I just loved how he basically just made a solo sound really good over something that wasn't very inspiring to write over, and it challenged him. I'm sure, like if I was to talk to him and say, like, you know, what was your thinking there? He's probably like, yeah, it was kind of a boring thing to play over, but I had to really work hard on making my part be the main focus, and he made it very melodic and beautiful, and I just love how he did that. So I always try to do that myself. No matter how boring the part is I'm playing over or how weird it is, I try to go, all right, this will be a fun challenge. Let's see if I can still write a solo over this that sounds good.
Let's see. The Chicago Todd. Well, first, Scott Fulmer asked before Chicago Todd, how do you decide what songs to duet on? Is it the vocals or guitar? Scott, what do you mean? I know what a duet is. What do you understand what he's asking?
No.
How do we decide what songs to sing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Feel free to elaborate on that because we want to make sure that we give you the proper answer.
Yeah, if
So
it's
we
how do we
appreciate your
decide
question.
what songs to cover and stuff like that, it would be, it's got to be in my range.
Yeah.
And if it's not, can he transpose it? Can
Yeah.
he play it on a guitar in a different tuning?
Yeah.
It has to be something that you're interested in. I have tried to get him to do several songs, and if he doesn't like it, he will not practice it.
Well,
If he thinks it's stupid,
the thing is like, okay, so I'm a writer, and please forgive me, this is going to sound really high-minded or I think too much of myself, but I don't. I have a very hard time learning other people's music. It's easier for me to write a song than it is for me to learn one. So I consider myself more a writer than a learner. So I get really frustrated trying to learn other people's stuff. So it's so much work for me sometimes that it has to be a very good song for me, and it has to be something that I like. Otherwise, it's kind of like having a job you hate.
He won't do it. I have tried.
Yeah.
I've tried to get him. I want to cover a Metallica song so bad. I'm a big Metallica fan, and we got like halfway through Sandman. Enter Sandman.
I can learn the rest of that. Yeah, I love playing that.
Yeah.
I do, but some of these bands, like, I'll have to look up and see.
Yeah, we probably couldn't do it.
Yeah, some of these bands, their publishers are pricks, and they some of them will they'll actually have your video deleted.
Yeah.
And you have no say. You can get up one morning and be like, yeah, let's see all my video. Where's my video at?
Good.
It's been deleted, and you have to check. And some of these bands have publishers that are absolutely ridiculous to work with. So you never know.
Basically, if I want something, I'll sing it for him. And, like, this is kind of the style that I want to do it. And if he can feel it and vision it, then he'll do it. But if he don't want to do it, we can't do it.
If it's a song, I've done some... Gosh, you make it sound like I'm some kind of song diva. I don't like it. Like I'm some 5-year-old that's not going to eat my broccoli or something. No, it's just got to be something I mean, let's face it, I'm not going to play songs I hate. You know what I mean? It's just, I mean, who does?
Do you know what else I want to do?
You want to sing Screamo?
Huh?
Do you want to sing a Screamo?
I'll sing Screamo.
Yeah, right.
No, I want to do a metal version of a Disney song. I've asked to do that for years.
You just got to find the right studio.
Whether it's a villain song or...
Villain's the way to go.
Yeah.
We can do Snowman. Want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah, that's funny.
That would be fun.
I want to do it. Okay, let's see. We got some comments back. Kyle Bull is with us. What's up, everybody?
What's up, man? Trying to catch up to Kyle's amp collection. Holy crap. Hey, Kyle, would you suggest a twin jet Ubershaw? Let me know if you would suggest that. I mean, I'm all about the gains, bro. So let me know what you think about the Bogner Ubershaw. I mean, you see what I have here. So would that sit well with what I have? I'd like to know your thoughts.
Chicago Todd says I was drunk and did an acoustic version of Hotel California and they blocked it so that nobody can see it on YouTube. He said, on second thought, that was probably the right call. Greg Blanky, hear me out. Heaven is a place on earth. Metal cover. Yeah, I could see that.
Oh, yeah. Belinda Carlisle, yeah.
Yep, I could totally see it. Steve Shaheen, hey Jarrod, are those new monitors?
Hey, what's up, man? Oh, yes, they are.
Oh, also Greg Blanky, really quick. Great solos are 95% good phrasing. Serve the song.
That's right, serve the song.
Serve the song.
That's right, man, serve the song. Yes, these are Steve Shaheen. By the way, hello, buddy. How are you liking the Roadster? I hope you're enjoying it. The monitors. All right, so there's some updates to the studio, and the reason why I did this is because I want you guys to have the best experience here, and making it easy on me to mix stuff and get everything like ready for you guys is my goal, so that I'm willing to put in the work. So I have the Mackie Big Knob. It's the one with 3 monitor mixes on it. So across from us, I have these really cool monitors suggested to me by Jay from Warmcord, and these monitors are awesome. The Cali Audios, these monitors are sick. They're really, really good. I love how they sound. And so now, before we go live, we can actually do a quick recording on OBS software and play it back, or just play in real time and check the mix through the monitors, because what we're hearing on the monitors is what you guys are hearing. And that's why the mixes are so good with when she sings. Now, I did not dial in the backing tracks like when I'm just playing my stuff on them yet, but for tonight anyways with this amp. I did with the Ingle, but not with the EVH. It just makes it easier. So now, like in the coming weeks, the mixes will get better and better because of that. I'm always trying to up the production value here, because I'm all about making things sound as good as I can while still maintaining a raw guitar sound.
You can turn the fan off because my knees hurt now.
Oh, all right. Boom.
Kyle Bull, I haven't played the Twin Jet, but I heard it's just the Rev Blue with a KT88 tuned power section. If you like the Mesa rectifiers, but with a little more liquid feel, get an Uber.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I tell you, I think that amp needs to be on the shelf. Yeah.
CG, if you cover Metallica, Lars will show up at your door looking for a check.
Hey, Lars, you got a check, bruh? You got a check, bruh?
CS, owning a twin jet, I think you would like it, but I warn you, it's a fire-breathing dragon.
I'm all about riding the lightning, man. I'm a dragon slayer. So, yeah, I would absolutely, like, that diesel and that Engel right there, those two amps, like, there is so much fire coming out of them, especially the Engel. Dude, that amp is just sick, you know? So I'm all about, I like to wield gain. I like to use it and utilize it and like control it. You know what I mean? As opposed to pulling something out of an amp, I want to just unleash the hounds and like and just control where they go. I love having that kind of like, it's almost like wizardry. You know what I mean? You just it's like you grab a note and you could feel the amp just raging, and this note is just, it's almost out of control. But it's like this moment where you can actually manipulate the notes and make them sing longer or twist and turn or sustain, or when you do the pinch harmonics, they just have that extra juiciness to them. And I just really appreciate that so much. And it's nice to play an amp where no matter what gear you're in as a player, it just does what you need it to do. And having an amp that breathes a lot of fire does that. Some people are afraid of that. Some people just don't play that way, and I respect that. That's fine. But I love it. It's the Eddie Van Halen school of tone, like where it's just like, let her rip, man. I mean, use that stuff. Use it, you know, and as opposed to being afraid of it, use it. As long as you can steer that car, go as fast as you want, man. You're not going to hit the wall. You just got to have good tires and good skills, you know, and you'll be fine.
Scott Palmer says, sorry for not being specific. You both answered the question. Good. I'm glad.
Oh, good. That's no problem, man. No problem at all. We appreciate all the questions.
Yeah. Helix Cabana Boy. Hello. Sorry I missed all of the show. I had it on in the background while visitors were here. I heard some cool solos, so I'll watch the repeat later. Thanks.
Oh, thanks, man. Hey,
hope you're healing up well, too.
Yes, great to see you here, buddy. Yeah. I hope everything's going well for you over on the other side of the world in Australia. Yeah. Yeah, always good to hear from you.
Let's see. CS, I think it would mesh well with the diesel cab. It's very thunderous.
Ooh, nice. I love big fat amps with lots of aggression, you know.
Gabriel Sanchez. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hey, Gabriel.
What's going on, man? Good to see you.
I haven't screwed up your name in a while. It's nice to see you. Cold and beer. Shaheen got the Roadster. Nice.
Yeah.
Did I miss a comment by Steve where he said that?
Well, he might. You might be referring to what I said because I was asking him how he liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Shaheen is now the owner of my my Roadster. Yeah, because I'm on the amp carousel now with some things, and it's nice to rotate things in and out. And you know, he's such a great player, and he's a good friend of mine, and you know, and it was funny, like he was over, like it was like several days ago, and we were just talking about, you know, amps and stuff, and he was like, yeah, the amp I'm playing through right now is awesome, but I just need something that's got a little more oomph to it, you know, some more bigness, you know. And I was like, well, the Roadster is about it's one of the biggest sounding amps out there. I said, take it home for a couple weeks and mess around with it, you know. And he's like, all right, you know. I was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, take it home. I got amps, you know, so no big deal. And and he left me with his a couple pieces of gear, which I very much appreciate. So I'm going to check out the Spark and the Mesa Cab Clone IR Plus. And so anyways, like within a couple hours, he's like texting me, this is what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm like, I knew it, you know, this is awesome, you know. So then I was like, you know what? I've been thinking about getting an Uber shawl, and to fund it, I need to sell an amp. And since he loves that so much, you know, I'll sell it to him if he wants it. And I'll see if, I can get the Uber here. And I'm sure, like, I'll be hanging out with Steve here and there, and I'll get to play through it again. And I'm just glad it's found a good home. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing. So
Yeah, he said it's worth it. Kills.
yeah,
Kills.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good amp, man. It is. It's a very good amp.
CG, have you ever tested any Bugera amps considering the T50 Infinium for a while?
Oh, no. If I get my hands on one, I will. I would love to. I've heard that they, for what they are, they sound good. I know Glenn Fricker did a review on one. The only thing with like him, see, and that's the thing. Like I always try to give you the grain of salt with everything. So, what he was saying is like, it sounds pretty damn good, and he would like playing through it, and it sounded, better than he expected. But it's probably not a roadworthy, like rugged, like, take it on tour and tour the world with it kind of amp, because some amps just aren't. It's just like a build quality thing, and I'm not saying that it's not built well, but some amps, like, it's kind of like you wouldn't want to take this car off-roading, but you could take this car, this Jeep off-roading. They're built for it. So it just depends, what you're using it for. If you're going to keep it on a shelf and you like how it sounds, go for it.
Let's see. So many things have happened. Kyle Bull, I've got the amp collection, but you definitely have the cooler backdrop and setup, dude. Kudos. You just made his night.
You're too kind.
You seriously just made his night. He is not going to stop talking about that.
I appreciate that very much. It's funny though, and again, thank you. Those are very kind words. I appreciate that. Kyle's got a great channel. What I like about his channel is that he gets right to the point. He's just like, all right, I'm on my lunch break. All right, I got this amp right here. It's really cool. Let's play through it. And it'll pedal on, pedal off, turn some knobs and play. And he's a good player, so he knows what he's talking about, and he'll tell you what he's experiencing with the amp. So it's kind of cool because it's like that really cool demo guy that just gets right to the point. He knows what he's talking about. He's a good enough player to be able to articulate the notes and all the stuff properly. And you can literally trust the guy's opinion about stuff because he's a good enough player and he knows enough where you could be like, and on top of that, he's got so many freaking amps that dude, you better know what you're talking about if you have that many. So, you know what I mean? He knows his stuff. So, and I'll say this real quick too.
Yep.
So when we started out with our live streams, we did a thing like about a month or two ago, right? When we did a look back.
Yeah.
We didn't have all this. I mean,
January.
It was just a black background with two of us sitting on stools going, hey, we're live. It was like over a year ago, right?
Yeah.
And then we got some furniture and we got some shelves and stuff behind us and put a couple pieces of gear up and maybe an amp or two. And then,
We had some doodads in the spots that were empty.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool. And then one day I started getting more amps and stuff. And I just told her, I said, I'm going to Home Depot. I'm going to get some racks. And she was like, oh, God, what's he going to do? Is he going to turn turn it into a garage or something?
Yeah, I was nervous.
Yeah, she was kind of nervous. And I'm like, trust me, So I set the lights up differently. And then I built these shelves and put all the amps up. And then she was like, that looks pretty cool. So it's been an evolution, So, yeah, it's been a long time.
All right, I gotta go back up to 858. Revolution is my name. Have you ever stereo rigged the JP2C in the EVH wet dry rig?
Ooh, that would be freaking awesome. I haven't. But my first video, I'm glad you're asking this because I'm doing a new series, and I've been talking about this for about a month now, but I just finally got the time to get it done. So, as you guys know, I do a lot of amp shootouts. Like I'll do like a no talking amp shootout thing where I'm like, put this amp against that amp in a mix and on solo tracks. I'm getting so much interference with this in-ear thing right now. It's weird. Anyways, so what I'm going to do now is I'm not only going to shoot them out, but I'm also going to put them on a track together and pan them left and right. So my first video is going to be the German amps. It's going to be German warfare. It's going to be the Engel Savage against the Diesel Herbert. And I'm going to put them against each other in a mix and on isolated tracks. And then for the finale, I'm going to put them both in the same mix. One on one side, one on the other, and just see what they sound like together. I think that would be kind of cool, you know. So I'll be shooting that tomorrow. So if I get it done, it'll be up tomorrow. If not, it'll be up on Tuesday. So I'm really looking forward to that.
It's funny. You guys are funny. Big Mike says, "Hey, bro, me and the rest of the world would love to see you play Static X Cold and have Carrie sing it because I think she would really dig the song." All right, that's the one we're gonna listen to after the show.
Static X Cold.
Cold.
We'll check it out, man.
Greg Blankley says, "The day Jarrod does a new metal cover is the day I can grow a beard."
We'll find out, man. I mean, I'm open-minded, you know. I got no problem checking that stuff out.
Let's see. I feel like I saw a comment in here from Helix Cabana Boy, and I have done lost it.
You done did lost it.
How is the Oxbox doing? Do you use it in that room?
Oh yeah, it's doing great. I mean, you're hearing it right now. Let me just go ahead and. Yeah, that thing. I'm telling you guys, like, it's the most legit sounding amp, direct box with amp sim or cab sims and stuff like that in it that I've ever played so far. I haven't played them all, but compared to the Two Notes, and again, the Two Notes is a great product. Don't get me wrong, it's a great product, but I just like the Ox better. I love the cab emulations in it. I just feel like I'm playing a real cab. Like, I don't feel there's no processed sounds or anything coming at me, and I think they nailed it. I really do. I think they nailed it with the way that they dialed in the cabs,
All right. There's another question. It's 9:05. If you have any more questions, hurry up quick, get them in, and we're going to sign off here in a minute.
A few minutes.
A minute or two.
Or 10.
Bobby Lucky, how do you approach the dialing in extra aggression on a tone you're originally happy with? Sorry, picking your brains here. Don't be sorry.
No, that's what we're here for. Pick away. I mean, seriously, we'll stay on a little longer because the questions keep coming. I love this. So, okay, so let me make sure I get this right.
So Bobby Lucky 904.
Okay, how do you approach the dialing in extra aggression on a tone that you were originally happy with? Oh, okay. So, all right. So let's do this. I'm going to turn off the overdrive. I'm on the blue channel of the EVH Stealth 50 watt right now. Okay. So what you always want to do is get the amp to sound good without the overdrive first, and then the overdrive will add the extra aggression. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. So let's hear it without the overdrive. Okay, so that's a good tone, okay, but it's lacking aggression. It doesn't have that, that, it's not pissed off yet, you know what I mean? It's kind of like her when she's just sitting watching television, and she's television, and she's like, "Kids, lunch is ready," as opposed to, tripping over a mess.
Get your butts up here! I'm tired of calling you!
Exactly, you see what I'm saying? Extra aggression, and that's what it is. So her kids are the overdrive pedal for her. So that's basically how it works. So now I'm going to show you I'm going to turn the pedal on as I'm playing it without it, and then you're going to hear the aggression kick in. And I haven't touched the amp. The amp's about as good as it's going to sound without the pedal, But I want
I'm stiff from sitting down so long.
So I'm going to play, and I'm going to turn the pedal back on the blue channel. Hang on. Okay, you heard that, right? It went from lunch is ready to clean your room, in like a matter of seconds. So that's basically what you're looking for. So again, dial it in the way that you want without the pedal first, and then when you want that extra aggression, kick that pedal on, and then you might have to further tweak the amp because maybe it'll cut too much of the low end out, so you'll have to add some of that back in on the amp. And then just kind of fine tune them both together, and you find your sweet spot where they meet in the middle, and you're like, that's it, that's what I need, and boom, you're done. So that's the best way to do it, in my opinion.
The Chicago Todd, he did ask this question earlier, but we started digging into something else.
Oh, sorry.
I asked a question earlier, maybe it's too basic, but I would love in-ear monitors 101 from Jarrod.
Okay, I'll be happy to
Buy
do that.
them, let's put them in your ears, and then you plug them into one of these doohickeys.
Yep, doohickeys.
And then you screw that little thing in over there, and you find the right channel. You gotta match the channel.
Yeah, Google doohickeys.
Yeah.
And they're on sale right now for $99. So.
That's it. Done.
Ta-da! Oh, okay. So basically, in-ears, as basic as I can give it to you, is number one rule with in-ears. If the whole band's not on them, there's no point in even starting because you're the only guy and it's just going to be a mess. And the reason why is everybody has to hook into the board. And no one's going to want to do that if it's just for you. As nice as your bandmates are, and I'm sure they're nice guys, but after a while they're going to be like, dude, I'm tired of hooking up all this extra stuff just so you can hear. I'm not getting anything out of this. So if everybody uses it, go for it. So basically what you want to do is, let's cover the drums first. Okay, drummer, you want to take an inside kick drum mic, not one that you put on the outside because the sound guy is going to need that spot. So you want to take a kick drum that goes inside the kick drum. There's plenty of them out there. You just plop it inside and then you run it to your board. And then you take, honestly, like what we did is we had an SM58. And so let's say I'm the drummer. It faced the drummer and I put it between the snare and the two toms. And what it did is because that's it picks up stuff around it pretty good. It picked up the whole top of his kit and some of the cymbals. And I just EQ'd, compressed that, put a little bit of reverb on it. And I'm not kidding you, it sounded amazing. Like when we played live, the drums sounded pretty much studio. And I know that sounded like, really, with two mics? No, it did. It sounded great. I could hear everything really well. And I thought it sounded great. And then, like, if you're running digital, well, you just run, your 1/4 inch to the front of house out of your, let's say it's a Kemper, and then you run your XLRs to the board, or vice versa, to your in-ear monitor board. Singer, use a splitter on the mic. One goes to the board, one goes to the front of house. Same thing with everybody else. So everybody's on splitters. So basically, if you build a snake, you hand the end of the snake to the sound guy, and they're all labeled. Make sure you label everything really well. And then the sound engineer just looks at it and goes, oh, okay, boom, boom, boom. He just hooks all his stuff up to the labeled snake, and then he's done. So, and then what you do is you just, before you go live, you just say, turn all the monitors off. We don't want any monitors.
Kill the monitors.
Kill them. And you'll practice with that same system every time you have band practice, so that when you get on stage, it sounds exactly the same as what you're used to. The problem with playing live, especially when you don't have in-ears, is every time you do it, it's like a new maze. Like, I've never been on this maze before. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to be bumping into walls all night, and it's dark, and I can't see. So I got to feel my way through the maze. In other words, you're gonna perform horribly because you can't hear yourself as well. And every venue, no matter how good or bad it is different, and it sucks because you always have to acclimate to it. If you have in-ears, no acclimation. It always sounds exactly the same as at your practice place, except for the house gives you that kind of low rumble and that roar and that fullness, but it doesn't interfere with your mix. That's pretty much like the quick and dirty on in-ears.
Yeah.
And make sure you get the Shure PSM 300s. The 200s are okay, but they compress too much. And get 5-driver in-ears. What are these? KZ-AS10s? KZ-AS10s. There are 5 drivers in each one. They're like $60-some for the pair, and they sound amazing. I've had these for 3 years, right?
3 or 4.
Yeah, and they're the same ones, and they sound great. I got a spare that I haven't even opened the case yet. So,
Greg says, "Are you gonna try out the Quad Cortex?"
Yes, I am, and Chicago Todd was kind enough to offer his to me to try out. Obviously, when it comes out, they're not out yet, but he's one of the first guys that's going to get one, and he was kind enough to let me go live with it on the channel, and I hope that he's able to make it up here, because I'd love to meet him and hang out with him, have a beer, and have talk stories, and I don't know, it's always nice meeting people, so yeah, and then I'll be profiling the amps with it. I'll shoot it out with the Kemper. You know what we do here, we'll run it through the gambit and make sure that
who's not here? What, our friend, what's his name?
Our friend, what's his name?
With the daughters.
Oh, Dean. Yeah, where's Dean at? And Jason too. Jason, yeah.
Oh, let's see.
People get busy.
Jamor, J.A. Moore, otherwise known as Jamor. I got a 51, 53, 50 watt. Do I really need to upgrade to the Stealth? What am I missing?
Good question. Okay, so my 2 cents between the two, I've played both. The blue channel on the Stealth, in my opinion, and with no disrespect to what you have, it's just better. It has a little more aggression, and it's not so dry, if that makes sense. And the red channel is ridiculous. It's hotter. It's got a nice juicy kind of heat to it. It's just a hotter channel. It's a little fuller, and if you prefer a dry amp, you might want to stay with what you have, but I love the blue channel in the Stealth over the 3, or what did you say? You probably got the white one. And I just, in the red channel are both better, and so is the green channel. They're all very usable channels, So I think you would benefit by going to the Stealth. I really do.
Greg says his 616 EVH will be buried with him.
6L6.
Oh, 6L6. Looks like a 1. Yeah. Are you plugging, from Greg as well, are you plugging the headphones into an interface or the amp directly?
My headphones are plugged into the interface through an in-ear monitor system. It's the transmitter is right over there. I'm looking at it right now. So the monitor out goes into the transmitter, and then I have the wireless pack here behind me, and I got the in-ears here. And man, I'm telling you, in-ears are so good that if we were to ever perform, I would go full diva if they said you can't use your in-ears in order to perform. I'd be like, I would I'd go full DV. I'd be like, we out.
That was the best moment of the whole night. I just have this picture of you.
I'd be like, do you know who you talking to?
I would go full deep. Oh, we have to end the show now. I don't think I can recover.
Just don't say Evian. Where's my limo? We out of here. Yeah, I'd be like, sorry, we're not going to perform because we're going to sound like crap.
He would go full team.
I would.
I don't even have to
there.
say anything. Everybody, singers get bad raps, right?
She'd just step back and go, okay, I can't wait. Anybody got some popcorn? It's about to get real here. I'd be like, sorry, bro, we're not playing then. But you signed the contract. I'd be like, I don't care. Green M&Ms or whatever, man. We're out of here. I'm not going to perform because I'd rather tell you than show you why we need in-ears. Because the thing is we're so used to these. If we got up on stage, both of us would sound like pure rubbish. Doesn't it suck when you're
we had this
trying to find your monitor?
We had this one show. And it was the outside thing. And then the weather got bad. The weather was kind of all over the place. No, it was Detroitish. And then they were like, okay, well, we're just going to bring you guys inside. Because we have all this equipment.
Oh, I remember that.
We didn't want to be set up in the rain outside. And they're like, all right, we'll just put you in the gym. Yeah. But everybody was outside. Yeah. And we were happy because we didn't want to ruin our equipment.
Our gear, yeah.
Yes, and Jarrod agreed. But he... Again, with the diva mode, he's pacing. He's pissed because all the people are outside, and we could not get the people inside.
Yeah, nobody announced it. So they're like, yeah, go on inside and play inside. So
time comes and goes.
We hauled our gear. Well, we hauled our gear twice. We set up on the stage outside, and they're like, this ain't going to work because we got some weather coming. They're like, why don't you bring it inside? So we set all our stuff up again on the inside, did the full sound check, did the whole thing. And I'm like, is anybody going to tell anybody outside that, you know, there's a band in there? So we literally played to like 3 people because nobody did their job. And it's just like, great. Hi, we're the tree that fell in the woods with no one around. That's the name of our band right now.
Yeah.
You know, so why go through all that if you're not going to be heard? You know?
I don't even know where we are. Everybody's saying, have a good night. Bye, Paul. Well, that was Paul. Have a great night. Sorry, I got to go.
Oh,
Bobby
thanks for being here, Paul.
The full Devo show. We used to use digital desk, even old Yamaha 196 with lots of aux sends for everyone. Personalized monitor mix, cheap. Additional info if anyone wants it. Just the info.
Yeah, it's nice. Like once you use in-ears, you're never going back. You're never going back to being tied to a monitor the whole night and listening to how horrible it sounds, and you're getting your head blown off. I mean, it just sounds absolutely terrible. So like I have to use in-ears, and so does she. Like, you know, she will be, it's almost like you're telling her to run through a maze and then you flip the lights off and it's like, I don't know where I'm going, because she has to hear things a certain way, and so does every singer. The ones that I don't need it, blah blah blah, it's like, oh yeah, use in-ears for a month and let's take them away from you, and then now you tell me you don't need them. You need them because you don't know the chances that you're not taking and the notes that you're not hitting and all the stuff that you're not doing because you don't have in-ears. When you have them, you're more confident.
I was just going to say that. It gives you a confidence, and there's things that it squashes your anxieties. You don't have to worry about what if I can't hear the monitors? Somebody else is in charge of the mix, and you know, what if they like to hear the bass guitar and my voice is mid-rangey, so the bass cancels my voice out in my ears. And I used to, just before we would go down shows, I would be just green.
You were a wreck.
Completely green.
Yeah.
I was a wreck. I was not enjoying myself. And getting the in-ears, our in-ear mix is always the same. The only thing we have to adjust is volume, because when we practice, it's in a silent room. It's overall volume. When we go to shows, we have to turn the overall volume of just our in-ear monitor mix up to adjust for room noise and acoustic drums and stuff like that. But it has really made the world of difference in my singing and my confidence, and I can think of all of the other things.
Well, not only that, but I mean, you brought up a lot of excellent points. But here's the thing, though, it's the consistency that really helps you, because you know, it takes, like when you switch to in-ears, it takes 2 months.
Oh, for sure.
Do not play a show for at least 2 months, because you know, you got to go through the honeymoon phase of, oh, this is great, and oh, no, I got to fix this. And sometimes at first you're going to hate them, and not because they're terrible.
I have a love-hate relationship with them because I feel secluded. Yeah. The banter that we used to have during band practice
we have a room mic now.
Is gone because you can't hear. Yeah, and so I feel very secluded, but yes, he set up the room mic. I can hear him.
Otherwise, it's like, because you got these things sealing out all the noise. But what I was saying though is, like, you get the consistency, and when you first get them, like you might hate them, and it's not because they suck. It's because you haven't dialed them in yet, and it's going to take 2 months to get them right. Not because. And I'm not saying 2 months, 30 days, you know, per month. I'm saying you practice one or two times a week. So you're talking like, you know, 8 practices or 16 practices before you get them dialed in. And then you got to get used to that. So you got to give yourself 2 months. But I'm telling you, if you put in the time, and it doesn't take much, if you put in the time and a lot of boards like this Line 6 board, you can record a practice session. And then dial everything in real time while you're listening to the recording back, you know.
Yeah, so that's another question. Chicago Todd said, do you get to change your own in-ear volume for your instrument or vocals on the fly?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, you can if you have the app. If he
lets you touch the app. You can.
Nobody touches this but
Nobody
me.
touches it.
And here's why. I'm up doing a guitar solo, and Joe Blow walks over and is like, "Yeah, I want to get a little more volume." And he pushes my monitor, not his, and he starts turning things up. And I'm like, "Dude, what are you, And no, I'm the only one. And it's not because I think I'm better than everybody. It's just if one person touches
Screws the pooch.
Yeah, if one person touches the board, there's less chances of there to be a problem. You do not want every Tom, Dick, and Harry just going over at will and just going, yeah, I'm just going to, because, like, I'm not kidding you. Like, I'm talking, like, swamp ass. If I'm up playing and I turn around and see somebody touching that board, it's like, oh, you're sabotaging my mix. I know you're sabotaging my mix. I know you didn't touch my, your monitors. You touched, and I'm starting to think of all this stuff. So, but here's the thing, though. Like, literally, if it sounds good at practice, it's going to sound good on the stage. It really is.
You just need to adjust the overall volume.
That's it.
And if room noise.
And if that's not the case, then you don't have a good sounding mix, and you need to adjust that. And then after you play a couple shows, you'll get everything evened out. And you'll be like, all right, we're good. Like, we haven't touched our mix in years. Like, what was it, 3 months? It was about 2 to 3 months. And then once we got everything dialed in, we didn't touch it again.
You can save the profile.
Yeah.
You come to practice, boop, it pops up, and unless there's a glitch, it's...
Yeah.
So that did happen. There was a software glitch at one point. We lost all of the things, so it was awful. We dialed it back in, and I'm like, take a picture. Take your phone, take a picture of where everything is at, so next we don't have to go through it again.
I think Cold Dan Beer had a request.
Scott Fulmer says, y'all both need a tiara.
Need a what?
A tiara. Crown.
Oh, yeah.
Cold Dan Beer.
Full diva. Yeah, he had a request.
Can you play the 80s sounding song from the Ox vid the other day?
Yeah, we can close with that. How's that sound?
All right,
Fair
sounds
enough?
good.
I just got to go grab the red guitar. I'll be right back, okay?
Hey, do we use the same mixer for streaming and for live performance?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we do. The Line 6. The Line 6 thing that Carrie's not allowed to touch. Honestly, I don't want that responsibility either. I mean, it would be nice occasionally to go up and adjust what I'm hearing, but I don't want to mess I will never hear the end of it if I mess the whole thing up. Helix Cabana Boy. Most digital mixers with apps now have permission settings where the bass player can only mess with his or her settings. He can't mess with anyone else's. Yeah. Personal mix. Yeah, we probably need to look into that. That would be nice. It would make Jarrod feel better. Sean, that's funny. Bobby Lecky, she must have her own monitor mix. Yes, it's called selective hearing. For CG, my wife hears things a certain way. She doesn't hear anything I say. That's what we do. I think you guys have it as well. Oh, you're welcome, Cold Dan Beer. I'm excited to hear this song again. He's not just getting his guitar. It's taking way too long for just getting a guitar. I should have used my break time while he was carrying on about the in-ear monitors earlier. I've really enjoyed tonight. I've enjoyed the spontaneity of it. I've enjoyed watching Jarrod in his element, sharing all of the things.
I love that stuff.
On the fly.
I can talk gear for hours.
You have.
And here comes Kitty Witty.
Oh, we got the cat.
Yeah, he already came down when I opened the door, so that's my boy right there. That's my little brat. Yep, and he's going to be interrupting. He's going to screw me up, I'm telling you that right now.
He's probably going to jump up on your lap.
Yeah, he's such a card. He's a freak. I mean, if you want to take your break and get him out of here.
Come here. I know, everybody
Show him to everybody.
Everybody likes
He's a gorgeous cat. He's awesome.
Yeah. Maybe he'll sit up here while you play.
Yeah, I doubt it.
He'll sit up here?
He doesn't know how to be good. He's terrible.
Yeah, you're terrible.
I think what Cold Dan Beer was asking for was Time Flies.
Yes.
I hope the mix sounds good. Somebody said the mix was a little light, so we shall see.
Well, they can put it in the chat, and I can...
Yeah. 1 second here. Do a couple riffs. Go ahead.
CG, as long as Jarrod doesn't have a hot mic in the bathroom, we're all good. Right.
Wouldn't that be funny? Up there doing my thing. There we go.
Your foot is stuck. Oh, he's in my pocket. That's why.
Yeah,
I can't put him down.
Yeah, I got to finish that one. I keep saying that, but one of these days I'm going to finish it. But hopefully you enjoyed that. It was not my best performance on it, but I'm one of those guitar players that I have to play like everything I'm going to play that night. I got to play it like 5 times before I go live, and then I feel good playing it. But
everybody's like, "Oh, hello, Kitty."
Yeah, when he gets locked out of the basement long enough, when he comes down finally, he is like all over me, man. Like he is, yeah.
He's Daddy's cat.
Yeah, he's my boy.
Cold Ann Beer says my girlfriend says she loves your cat. CG, this just turned into the best live stream ever. We have 2 lawn care hats. He's a handsome boy.
He is, man. Thank you. He is like.
He's
my buddy.
Satan's spawn is what he is.
He's the fart that lived. He's awesome though. He really is. He's kind of a brat, but he's funny. He's really comical. Like watching him do stuff.
CG, who knew the cat made you play even better? Okay.
Usually he screws me up,
Okay, his name is Kitty Witty.
Kitty Witty, that's his name. And how did he get that name? Why don't you share that?
Because he was a cute little fucker when he was little. He was like this little. He was
a
so
little bird.
Tiny.
Yeah.
So adorable.
Yeah.
Little itty bitty fluffy poof.
Yeah, with
and
blue eyes.
Sweet as could be the day that we met him.
Mm-hmm.
Just stole Jarrod's heart.
Yeah.
And that melted my heart, and so Jarrod got the cat, and we were like, yeah, Kitty Witty. That's such a fitting name.
It was like it was the working title.
Yeah.
Okay, so like she would text me, how's little Kitty Witty doing? Like, because he didn't have a name. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to call him. So it was like the little working title, like, how's Kitty Witty doing? And it was like a week, and I still hadn't named him. And I was like, well, we've been calling him Kitty Witty for a week, so...
Yeah.
Let's just keep the name. I think it's hilarious, And the vet did too. When I took him in for his shots and stuff, they're like, "What's the cat's name?" And I'm on the phone with her, and I was like,
I guess it's Kitty Witty.
Kitty Witty, and she's like, and I was kind of laughing a little when I said it. She goes, "I'm gonna have to ask you to say that again because that was freaking hilarious."
I have this picture. Do you think if I walked up to the camera, they could see it?
Yeah, bring it up to the camera.
This is. Oh, I left my in-ears.
Yep.
Always. Every show.
Every time.
Will it?
It won't focus.
It won't focus?
No. I forgot about that.
No?
No.
Oh, it's too bad.
But that's him peeking over my couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little stinker. Anyways.
Yeah. I've lost my in-ear packets on the ground. So.
Oh, good.
But it's time.
Yeah. Well, we've been on for, what time is it? 9:30? Wow, 2.5 hours. You know what? It was fun, though. Like, I could stand another 2.5, but we got to eat. I'm so hungry. But, you know, guys, you know, seriously, and ladies.
And all the wives and girlfriends watching.
Who have joined us. We appreciate
Daughters.
you very much, you know. And thank you so much for being here. I mean, we look forward to this every week, you know, where we can hang out with you guys and just talk gear, talk whatever. She gets to sing, I get to play, and we can, you know, and he gets to come down here and drive everybody nuts. So, yeah, it's fun, and we really appreciate you guys being here. We do know that, you know, there's a lot of other things you could be doing, and we're honored and privileged to have you here. It really means a lot to us. So, without you, we don't have a channel. So, thank you so much, you know. So, anyways, well, I'll be live again on Wednesday. I'll find something to go live with, and we'll throw down. The
orange something or another.
Yeah, it might be the Orange Crush. We'll see. Just depends on what they got. Yeah, so anyways, well, again, thank you so much for being here. Every day's a gift.
Thank you for spending yours with ours.
Yes.
And we're off to listen to some, or with us, not ours.
Yeah.
We're off to listen to some Static X.
That's right. We're going to listen to that and eat some food. All right, guys.
Bye,
God bless
guys.
you all. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you all very soon, okay? Have a good night.
Thanks for joining us here tonight at Tone Wars. We hope you had as much fun as we did. Please be sure to click like and subscribe to the channel so you'll get the notifications and never miss a show. We go live every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and Sunday night at 7 o'clock. See you next time.